Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another how to draw video. It is Sunday, so again, making another one, as usual. Today's video was requested by Ethan Bennard. Thank you very much for your request. The request is Nazo, the evil guy from the Sonic Flash animation that's on YouTube. It's kind of like that Sonic Dragon Ball Z hybrid animation. If you watched my last How to Draw video, it was on Shattuck, which is also from the same one. But this is like kind of like the villain. He's actually pretty cool looking. He has a really good pose, and you know, he's just kind of cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this isn't so difficult to draw. This is a kind of easy one. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's about it. So get your pencils ready and let's just jump in. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so to get started, again, like every other picture we have ever drawn ever, it starts off with a circle. So you're just going to draw a quick circle. This is going to be the head, and what we're doing now is we're just gesturing it in, so we just kind of know where everything goes. So that's going to be the head. The body is going to be something like this. So like the line of action would be like this kind of curved line here. And then his hips are going to be about here. And then he'll have one leg going down, this leg going down this way, this leg going down this way. And then for his fists, there's going to be kind of like a big circle here. And then it'll be about here for the second one. And that's pretty much all you need. So yeah, let's just jump into detail now and do his face. If you want to, you could draw kind of the crosshairs for the eyes. He's kind of looking down with like his chest puffed out, so you kind of want his eyes to angle down a little bit. And then in the middle of this crosshairs, you're going to kind of draw kind of this curvy C-type shape here. C as in the letter. And then just kind of draw a curved line extending out like this. And then you're going to kind of do the same thing over here. Just curved line extending out like that. And this is kind of where Nazo, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I forgot. I forgot to look it up before I started this video. So I'm going to call him Nazo. Nazo over here. Kind of what different from Sonic is usually when you draw Sonic, you just kind of go in and then into the muzzle and then around like this. Something like that. But for him, his eyes are kind of separate. So they kind of just go down like here, straight across, and then straight up. Like that. So it kind of curves down here, then straight across, and then straight up. Like that. And then he has a little bit of eye detail where it's just kind of like it gets to a point and then just curves down. And you can kind of shade this in because it's black in the picture, and it kind of makes him look more evil. I actually kind of like it. It's kind of very similar to Shadow's like eye highlights. But again, it makes him look evil, you know. Good job. And then for his eyes, they're just simple like U shapes like this, or big ovals. They kind of turn into U's because the tops get cut off. And then you could just draw in another smaller little U shape here, like that. And then you could draw in his nose, which is the same as Sonic's nose, kind of like this oval type shape. And then you could draw a little curved line for a light reflection. And you could shade that in as well. And then for his smile will be about here. And you kind of just do a curved line like this, like a little tiny smile. And then a curved line going around and connecting to the end of that line. And then just another curved line here just to show his teeth. And once you get that in, you kind of draw in like his muzzle, which would kind of just be around like this. Again, you just need to draw a real quick line because his face is all kind of like one color. Like you don't get the color differentiation that Sonic has, where it's like his muzzle is separate from his head. It's kind of all blended in, so you kind of get away with a curved line here. And then once that's down, we could start drawing in his ears, which you can kind of draw at like the end of the circle here. And they're pretty easy. You kind of just draw like this triangle type shape. I kind of keep the line curvy, like a curvy triangle, like that. And then it's actually angled. You have to keep it exactly on the circle. His ear was too angled down. Something like that. It kind of looks like a little horn, almost. And then from the tip here, you just kind of draw another triangle with a bottom, like that. And then from this angle, you just draw a curved line going in. That's one ear. And then you do the same thing, just in the other direction, on this side. So just kind of like a horn type shape. And then a little triangle with a bottom in the middle of the ear. And then curved line. So you got his ears. And now you can kind of draw in the spikes, which start about here. And it just curves up. Kind of like a water droplet, if you think about it. Just kind of curves up like this. And then this spike, again, just kind of curves up. He is super spiky. So you just want to keep it all, you know, very spiky, very supersonic-y-esque. And then same thing over here. Just one big one. And then... And again, it kind of connects into his face. Like that. Bam! That's how you draw his head. Which he actually does have a pretty cool head. You can erase some of the detail lines because they might get in the way a little bit. Real quick. And yeah, that's how you have his head. So now you can draw in his body, which his body's pretty basic actually. He has no like body detail, it's just kind of like a shape. So basically what you do is you go off the bottom of his head here. You draw a line kind of curving up. And then curve it down and in like this. And again, it should just be like one solid line and kind of like a solid motion. And then just go into his leg. And then his second leg, kind of curve line here, goes down. And then this leg kind of goes in like this. And then the back of his body kind of goes out and then in and then into the leg. Something like that. So you get like a really wide, like chest puffed out stance. And then I guess we can just jump into his shoes since his shoes are really basic. Basically what you do is you draw a curved line here. And then a curved line going down and a check mark. Going around, check mark. And then curve it around, that's his sock. And then his shoe, you just kind of draw a shoe shape. It's kind of like a rounded triangle, like right triangle, but like kind of more rounded. And then a little rectangle on the bottom of the shoe for the sole. And then he has a simple shoe design where it's just kind of like red and blue here. So you just kind of draw a straight line going across. And then for the other shoe, it's actually looking at his head on. So you can draw a curved line like this. And around check mark. Around check mark. I go more detail into this shape when I do like other head draw videos like Sonic, but I'm assuming you watched those already. But it's a pretty simple shape where it's like you just go around, check, go around, check. Very simple. Should be fast, you know. But this shoe, it kind of just curves around like this, and then over, like that. And then you kind of get the sole of the shoe here. And then a straight line going down the middle. Like that. Alright, now you can draw in his tail, which is kind of just very similar shape to the ear that we drew up there. It's kind of like a little horn. Like that. And now I can probably draw on the hardest part, which is his hands. So his hands are kind of funny, mainly because they're kind of really detailed, and it's hard to kind of explain the shape. So I'm noticing the circle's a little high. His hand should be about here, opposed to his body. And then I feel the easiest way to do it is just kind of draw big circles like this. Draw 4 of them, one for each front finger. And then on these 3 circles, what you're going to want to do is kind of draw ovals like this. Like that. And then this finger, he's kind of draw out and up. He's kind of just pointing up with his pointer finger. Goes around like that. And then for this finger, which is pinky, you're going to start about here and draw a curved line. Like that. Making it dark so you can actually see it. And then you're just going to draw a curved line here that goes up and over and around. And kind of goes down. And again, this is why this hand's so complicated. It's just like you have this one big line that kind of just forms the hand. And there's really no explaining it, but it just kind of go around like that. So that's going to be the pinky. And then like the other fingers, like this one, just kind of goes around, over, and down. And same thing over here, around, over, and down. And you can kind of draw in like straight lines here and here. So like the finger is bending. Then once you get that in, you can draw in the thumb, which is basically just go off here, curve the line in and out. And then over and in, like that. Again, it's super hard to explain because it's like, it's not a definite shape, but if you kind of follow the motions that I did, it shouldn't be too bad. Like that. Again, very complex, complicated shape, but with a little bit of practice, you should be able to get it down. Best advice is kind of just look at the hand, like really look at it and just see how things bend and how like the lines go. That's kind of the best advice for it. And then very similar to the socks down here, over, check mark, over, check mark, kind of gets cut off by the thumb, but that's alright. And then his arm just kind of goes in and around like this, over and in, like that. Perfect. And now we could draw in his back spikes, but his back spikes are huge. They're kind of like his head spikes, just they go off in one direction like this. And then another direction like this. You'd think they'd get in the way, to be honest, since they're so big. But, yeah, just 2 spikes going out like that. And now for his last hand, it's actually a lot easier than his other hand. Basically, we're going to kind of do the same thing where it's like you kind of draw a circle where it like needs to be. And then at the end of the circle, you're going to draw in 4 big circles, like that. And now we're just going to make them ovals. So this one will be an oval, this one will be an oval, oval, and then the last one will be an oval, like that. And then you can draw in his thumb, which kind of goes around and in, like that. And then you can kind of draw in curved lines here just to show the fingers are bending. And then I'm just going to darken this up, just so it comes up clear on camera. Like that. And then you kind of just draw in like a little curve line here and here for the palms. And then very similar to, again, this shape right here. around and check mark, around and check mark, and then just 2 curved lines going down like this for the arms. And there you have it. That's pretty much how you draw Nazo, Nero, whatever his name is, because I forgot to look it up before starting this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. He's not too hard. I think the hardest part about this picture is the hands. But again, the best advice I have for the hands is just really look at the shape, look at the lines, and just kind of out, like, again, draw the big circles with the 4 circles for like the knuckles, and you should be all right. It might take a few tries, but you should be able to get it down. Other than that, yeah, he's pretty easy, and he does look cool. He does look like kind of different from Sonic, you know, where he looks like he could be his own character. Oh, and if you want to see a more inked version of this, where a more finished inked version, or what it looks like when it's finished, there you go. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, and thank you again, Ethan Bennard, for your request. Yeah, and if any of you guys have requests, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. The way the requests work is I take your name and your request, put it on my how to draw list, and then Sunday when I make how to draw videos, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no like time limit or whatever. I just randomly pick one I want to do that day. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, you could also follow me on Twitter, Twitch, DeviantArt. Links in the description below. That'd be cool if you check that out. And again, all the normal YouTube stuff, like you can like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff helps me out. And anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Nazo, Nero, whatever his name is, again. And yeah. Alright, guys, see you next Sunday for the next How to Draw video. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.